Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to come on here just for a few minutes and go over something that I have wanted to talk about for a long time, but have not done a video on. And that is the unemployment denial letter that some people will receive after applying for unemployment. So this video is appropriately titled, Appealing an Unemployment Denial. And this is specifically for the state of California because that's the state that I live and work in. So I don't know if the process is exactly the same for all other states in the United States, but it might be. But I wanted to share with you some insider information or insider tips. It's actually public information, but a lot of people aren't aware. So the information that I'm sharing today is the appeal process. In this video, you'll learn the step-by-step process of appealing an unemployment denial. So after you apply for unemployment, the first thing that will happen is you will receive a letter within a week or two. Right now, it might take a little bit longer, I don't know, but you'll receive a letter stating whether or not you are approved or have been denied for the unemployment insurance that you are claiming. The reason you might be denied is, well, it could be a whole host of reasons, but if you're approved, congratulations. If you're denied, then this video is for you. The denial process is this. Somewhere on that letter, and it's usually towards the bottom, it states that you have the right to appeal this decision as long as you do so in writing and within 20 days. And so I would advise everyone who receives a denial letter to do that. Appeal the decision within 20 days in writing. What happens then is after you do that, your case will go for review or reconsideration by the EDD department, and you'll receive a second notice within a week or two, either approving you, and if they do, kudos to you. If they deny you again, then there's one more opportunity to appeal. So you have two chances or two opportunities to appeal the decision from EDD. In the second letter, you will again state the reasons that you believe you are entitled to unemployment insurance benefits. And you'll have a certain amount of time to do this second appeal as well, and I believe it is also 20 days, but it might be less. So you'll need to make sure that you read that letter thoroughly. This denial will go before EDD again for reconsideration. At this point, they will either approve you or have you go before an administrative law judge. This process is super simple. It's super easy, and it's nothing to really worry about if you get to the point where you're asked to come before an administrative law judge. All this is you, your employer or employer representative. The employer is allowed to have someone speak on their behalf. So are you. But in doing so, you have to understand that you're giving up your right to speak at all, speak any words at all in this conference room with the administrative law judge. So it's not like people's court or anything you may have seen on TV. There's no one else in the room. It's actually a small conference room. It's the judge who sits at the head of the table. It's you, and if you have a representative with you, remember, you can't speak if you have someone speak on your behalf. And then it's the employer or the employer representative or both. And the same rule applies to the employer. If they have a representative speaking on their behalf, they can't speak either. And so the only way that you can communicate with your representative is in writing, right there in front of the judge. So you can write your questions or your notes or offer more information that might be helpful to the situation that's being discussed, but you can't speak. So there's a little unknown fact in this process that I have seen happen time and time again. A lot of people aren't aware of or have not experienced because they just don't take the process this far. If you show up to this meeting on time, ready to go, preferably dressed appropriately, and your employer or employer representative does not show up, you're almost guaranteed to win the case and be awarded unemployment insurance benefits. So it's actually in your best interest to go through this denial process and make sure that you dot your I's and cross your T's and get this process done on time, and that you show up on time to this meeting. Because like I said, if the party on the other side does not show up, then you're almost guaranteed to be awarded unemployment insurance benefits. Now, if your employer does show up, or employer representative does show up, and the two of you are there at this point, keep in mind that the judge is not going to make his or her decision right then and there. You will still have to wait for a determination, and that part usually only takes about a week. That part is fairly quick, because in most cases I think the judge has already decided if you're going to get unemployment benefits or not. They just don't say so right then and there in the room to avoid any confrontation. So that's it in a nutshell. I hope this information was helpful, and if it was, please comment, like, share, and let me know if there's anything in particular that you would like me to create a video or a post on, and I would be more than happy to do that. Take care. Good luck.